Today, Vice President Kamala Harris is making a campaign stop in Wisconsin. Find out what she'll be talking about as the Biden campaign targets the key swing state.
Plus, it is Earth Day. We'll tell you about this year's theme and how you can get involved in some local events.
And a chilly start to our Monday morning. Temperatures very close to freezing, but we are expecting milder weather along with the chance of some showers later today. More coming up.
Hey, good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us here on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Shane Hogan.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. Boy, ready for some spring weather.
Yeah, we've had it. We haven't. This weekend, didn't really know where it wanted to be.
Yeah, right. A big swing in temperatures over the weekend. We do have some unsettled weather later on in the forecast. Kelly's here to tell us, though, what we can expect today. Hey,
yeah, you know, it's Wisconsin. You got to define spring. We kind of know what we get here in Wisconsin in the month of April. And yeah, we're a little chilly this morning. In fact, we're down to 32 in Madison, also Monona. So you might run into some frost this morning. 34 currently in Sauk City. So it's a chilly start to the morning. It's also going to be milder, though, this afternoon and breezy, too. The southwest winds will be picking up. That's out ahead of a really weak system that may produce some light rain showers this evening. And then again tomorrow afternoon, more widespread storms expected later in the week going into the upcoming weekend. So a lot of sunshine to start off our Monday. We will start to see a little bit more cloud cover rolling in as we get toward the afternoon hours. Temperatures here early this afternoon in the lower 60s. I think we'll top out in the low to mid 60s today. Can't rule out an evening shower tonight. Then I think we've got some dry weather coming our way tomorrow night into Wednesday and Thursday, but looking a little bit more active with some storms rolling through later in the week going into the upcoming weekend. Along with that, some warmer temperatures. Right now we're starting out at 32 degrees with calm winds. Temperatures rising through the 50s, should be in the low 60s here at the noon hour. A little bit more cloud cover as that wind starts to pick up out of the southwest at 10 to 20. So a couple of showers possible tonight and again tomorrow, but more importantly later in the weekend. We'll have more on that coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Now to some breaking news from overnight. A family is displaced and looking for a missing pet after a fire.
This happened on LaRuth Terrace on Madison's west side. A call came in at about 7:45 last night. Crews responded minutes later and found black smoke and a garage engulfed in flames. They searched the home and no one was inside. 2 pets were found, though, safe in the home. But again, one of the family's dogs got out. That pet is still missing this morning. An investigation into the fire's cause is ongoing. Happening today, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to make a campaign stop in La Crosse.
This is her 3rd visit to the crucial swing state this year. She visited Waukesha in January and Madison last month. The White House says Vice President Harris will discuss efforts to fight for workers, support families, and improve health care for Americans. The visit comes 2 weeks after President Joe Biden was in Madison to announce new plans to cancel student debt.
Harris is likely to mention the issue of abortion access at her appearance in La Crosse today. The vice president's first 2 visits in the state were part of her Reproductive Freedoms Tour. This, as the topic has been center stage throughout the presidential campaign. And in recent weeks, the Biden campaign has been featuring stories of people who have been denied access to abortion and other reproductive procedures resulting from the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. This week on For the Record, we heard from 2 women who have been on the campaign trail sharing their experiences.
Physicians were told by our Attorney General at the time that we could not be seen before 12 weeks just because there was such a potential risk within those first 12 weeks that you may miscarry, and to avoid medical liability, physicians were just seeing patients at the 12-week mark.
Abortion does remain accessible here in Wisconsin under a Dane County judge's ruling. You can watch the full interview from For the Record on our website, channel3000.com.
The vice president's stop in Wisconsin comes amid new polling that shows the Biden campaign has some catch up to do to former President Donald Trump in the polls. The latest Marquette Law School poll shows 51% of registered voters in the state favor Trump, while 49% back Biden. Last month, they were tied at 49%. The numbers are identical among likely voters. When the poll includes, though, independent candidates, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Cornel West and Green Party candidate Dr. Jill Stein, Trump still holds the edge over Biden, but only by 1 point.
Meanwhile, former President Trump is headed back to court today, where opening statements will begin in his criminal trial. This comes after the full jury was assembled last week. Trump is on trial for falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair ahead of the 2016 presidential election. We'll have more details on today's proceedings, including who may be called to testify, coming up in our next half hour. On this Earth Day, a majority of Americans believe the U.S. needs to address climate change. That's according to new polling by CBS News. Just over half of respondents say that the issue of climate change needs to be addressed right now, while another 17% say it should happen within the next few years. About half the people polled say they have experienced extreme weather in recent years, and that share is more likely to believe that climate change should be tackled immediately.
Scientists say climate change is threatening the world's largest trees. Giant sequoias, native to California, are endangered. But as CBS's Ian Lee shows us, the mighty trees are flourishing in Europe.
You can't miss these majestic trees, giant sequoias towering over the surrounding landscape. But this isn't California, it's the English countryside.
Yeah, the trees here, they're very popular.
Scientist Phil Wilkes monitors the monsters outside of London, measuring the trees with a laser.
You can then estimate how much carbon is stored in the tree.
The average giant sequoia pulls roughly 190 pounds of carbon out of the air every year, offsetting about 800 miles in a gas-powered car. Phil then compares the giant sequoia's growth to their American cousins.
How do these trees stack up to their relatives in the States?
They're doing surprisingly well, actually. These trees are relatively young, so they're mere saplings compared to the trees in the States. These trees are probably 110 years old.
Giant sequoias can live more than 3,000 years and soar nearly 300 feet in the air. But experts say wildfires and climate change are threatening their native habitat. That's not a problem here in the UK.
Most people, though, don't think of California and the UK having the same climate.
Sierra Nevada mountains can be quite similar to here, so it's cooler and it's more damp, and that's very British weather.
Today, more than 500,000 giant sequoias are thriving in the UK, compared to fewer than 80,000 in the US.
We're very happy to have a tree like that here. We associate them with your fine country, and it's lovely to have them here.
If you run out of them, then we can always give you a few back, can't we? Because we're cousins after all.
Giving an American icon a safe home away from home. Ian Lee, CBS News, Sussex, England.
Giant sequoias became popular during the Victorian era when scientists brought them to the UK because people couldn't believe their size. 6:06. Kelly, what's coming up?
Yeah, it's a chilly start to the morning. Temperatures in the 30s. We are calling for some breezy, milder weather this afternoon. We're also tracking some showers. More in the first warning forecast coming up.
And ahead, the Bucks had to soldier through Game 1 of the NBA playoffs without Giannis. Could they hold it together? We'll show you coming up in sports.
And we are also celebrating Earth Day in the 608 with some history and events. How you can get involved when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Get a new 2024 Tundra Hybrid Capstone for 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $2,500 cash back. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Nexium 24-Hour prevents heartburn acid for twice as long as Pepcid. Get all day and all night heartburn acid prevention with just one pill a day. Choose acid prevention. Choose Nexium.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Madison Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Sorry, guys, that took me for... What is this?
Well, you know how our T-Mobile home internet can slow down?
Uh-huh.
Turns out, walls can get in the way. So, I fixed it.
So instead of getting a Spectrum internet, which is fast and reliable 24/7, you got us internet that can be blocked by walls.
Yes, but I think I fixed it.
By smashing a hole through our wall.
Well, technically, walls.
Yeah, I might not want to go in the dining room.
Don't settle for T-Mobile cell phone internet.
Kids are natural.
This is why I don't leave the house.
Get faster, more reliable internet speeds with Spectrum.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Time to slow things down and see what's going on in the 608 this morning.
Yeah, Josh Sprider is finally returned. He's back here with us with how to celebrate Earth Day here in the 608. Josh, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good to be back. Today is Earth Day, and the theme this year is Planet versus Plastics. EarthDay.org, the global organizer of Earth Day, is asking the world to cut back on using plastic. Their goal is for the industry to reduce plastic production by 60% by 2040. Here's some interesting numbers on plastics. EarthDay.org says 100 billion plastic bottles were sold last year in the U.S. 95% won't be recycled at all. The remaining 5% are made into inferior products. It's a big deal because plastics pollute all aspects of our environment and pose a threat to everyone's health when plastics break down and get into our food, air, and water. Of course, Wisconsin's old Gaylord Nelson founded Earth Day back in 1970. His impact on environmentalism is too great to summarize in 25 seconds, but Earth Day led to the creation of the EPA and the Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Acts. The Nelson Institute of Environmental Studies at UW-Madison is named after him, along with Governor Nelson State Park in Wanakee. Earth Day has been celebrated globally now for more than 30 years. Of course, there are some special Earth Day events happening locally today. The Aldo Leopold Nature Center in Monona is hosting the Do More Trash Bash. You're invited to pick up as much trash as possible in a 1-hour competition. Winners will receive a $100 Quick Trip gift card, but everyone participating will get a native plant. Trash bags and disposable gloves will be provided at the venue. Check-in starts at noon, and you can register online at the City of Monona's website. Also today, the Garver Feed Mill is hosting an Earth Day celebration from 4 to 6. There's a happy hour. After 6, a series of speakers will give talks on the environment. Multiple environmental groups will be there to showcase initiatives on food security, climate advocacy, and more. There will also be food offered and music from local bands like the Forward Marching Band. Anyone can go. That event lasts until 9 o'clock tonight. We'll have all of these events and more up on channel3000.com. Earth Day is always that special time, right? I notice a lot of people out picking up trash along the roadways this weekend around Madison. It's that time where it's like, we got to freshen things up and really protect our environment.
In a community that really cares about it, I was joking with Chris, what's more Madison than picking up trash combined with a happy hour? I mean, that is right on the nose.
That is right on the nose for Southern Wisconsin.
Why not have some fun and, you know, do the community some good too?
With
whatever
a Quick Trip gift card.
I know that too. It's like, how much more Wisconsin can we get?
Right on point. That's awesome.
Good stuff. Welcome back. You're going to share some photos coming up here in a bit?
Coming up at trending around 6:23, I'll share a little bit of my wedding experience over the last 10 days.
Cool. Good to have you back, Josh.
Good to be here.
Josh is always looking for some inspiration to share in the 608. He's been on vacation, so he needs some, he needs a new batch of stuff.
That's right.
New batch of content. So reach out to him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
All right, Kelly Slifka's outside with our first warm weather forecast. Kelly, how's it feeling out there?
It is feeling chilly again this morning. We had some cold mornings over the weekend with temperatures dropping below freezing. We're getting very close to freezing this morning with the clear skies, so you may encounter some frost headed out the door this morning. But it's going to be a milder afternoon. We do have clear skies right now, and now that the sun is coming up, we should be warming up fairly quickly. 64 expected today, and noticing the overnight low tonight only dropping down to 49. So we're going to be on the warm side of a storm system moving in. and our average now is 60 and 38. All right, we are talking about a breezy southwest wind that'll be picking up at 10 to 20. That's what's going to shoot our temperatures up a little bit milder than yesterday afternoon. Can't rule out a couple of showers rolling through this evening. Then again, tomorrow afternoon, these are going to be spotty. They're not going to last real long. But this front that does move through tomorrow afternoon will bring us some cooler weather by Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures only in the 50s. Along with that, some freezing temperatures in the morning. Here's that storm system right now. It's moving across the Dakotas. It's a very weak system. Doesn't have a whole lot of moisture to work with, but it's got enough energy that we can't rule out a couple of showers rolling through during the evening hours. Out ahead of it, though, we will see these southwest winds pick up generally 10 to 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. That will continue right through the evening until the sun goes down. That's when those winds should start to come down at least a little bit. So temperatures with that wind should be rising fairly quickly. We will start to see a little bit more cloud cover rolling in during the afternoon, headed into the mid-30s. So even some of these showers roll across parts of the Chippewa Valley, then into southern Wisconsin, let's say between 7, 8, maybe 9 o'clock. That should be moving on through fairly quickly. Then I think the rest of the night should be dry. And I think most of tomorrow will be dry as well. Not as cold starting off in the morning, but as we get in the afternoon hours, there's enough cool air aloft that we can't rule out some of these showers popping up during the afternoon. And then we are set to see some much cooler weather behind this front going into tomorrow night and also Wednesday and Thursday. Then we're back on the flip side. We're starting to warm up later in the week, and along with that, a storm system coming in from the south. This one will have a lot more moisture to work with. So we are looking at some showers and even some embedded thunderstorms to develop Friday and Friday night. It looks like that trend will continue into Saturday. Now, this is not going to be a complete washout Saturday, but count on some shower and thunderstorm activity, especially right now, it looks like by Saturday evening. 32 in Madison, so we're right at freezing. 31 in Watertown, Janesville at 37, down to 28 in Lone Rock. 32 in Waunakee, 35 in Middleton, 33 currently in Verona. Our first warm forecast, 64, a breezy day today, still breezy tomorrow with a few showers popping up during the afternoon. We do cool down, though, down to 30 waking up Wednesday morning, 52 in the afternoon, 57 on Thursday, then milder weather by the end of the week into the weekend. In fact, we'll be well in the 70s, it looks like Saturday and Sunday, but we will have to dodge some showers and storms for both Saturday and Sunday.
The Bucks, they've got some demons to exercise from last year's playoffs. After all, a year removed from a championship, they lost to an 8 seed, which made them fire their head coach and trade for Damian Lillard. And without Giannis last night, Lillard carried the load in Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs against the Pacers. Picked things up in the first quarter, where it was, in fact, Dame time. Lillard steps back, and it's a splash. First postseason game as a Buck, feeling himself out of the gates. This bucket gave him 10 of the Bucks' first 12, and he was just getting started. Bucks up 1, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And how about Dame once more? Firing back for another 3, and then end of the first quarter, trying to beat that buzzer. Step back, Lillard from the logo, and he gets it to go. We skip ahead to the second quarter. In the first, Dame had 19. Here in the second, he gets another deep 3 to go. 35 first half points, and the Bucks go on to win it. Let's take a look at that final score, 109-94, as the Bucks bully their way to the win. Again, Dame had 35 points all in the first half, and the Bucks, no Giannis, no problem. 109-94 is your final. Staying on the basketball court, Connor Essegian has found his new home. The now former Wisconsin basketball guard had entered the transfer portal a few weeks back and is now headed to Nebraska. He averaged 11 points as a freshman at Wisconsin, landing him on the all Big Ten freshman team, but played scarcely as a sophomore. CE3, a fan favorite, is staying in the Big Ten. The last time the Brewers swept the Cardinals in St. Louis, it punched their ticket to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. That was in 2018. Now, 6 seasons later, the Crew looking for their first sweep since. Bottom of the first, 2 on, and Lars Nootbaar crushes one to center. Back goes Blake Perkins, and he takes it back, robbing the home run. How about take another look at that? Keeps the Birds off the board, so we head to the 7th. Still scoreless, and how about Wisconsin native Owen Miller punching one through the left side of the infield? It would score a pair of runs, and the Crew sweep the Cardinals, winning 2-0. They are 14-6 in their first 20. And after tying a program record for runs scored with 17 the day before. Wisconsin coming back on Sunday looking for another win, but the Nittany Lions pounce first. Maddie Gordon sends one for a ride. You can forget about it, so we'll head to the bottom of the frame with a 2-0 Penn State lead, which is where Emmy Wells comes in for Wisconsin. Doubles home a run, but Penn State would run away with it from there. 10-2 is your final. Wisconsin loses. That's your morning sports fix. Have a very merry Monday.
Thank you, Andrew. Still ahead, Josh is rejoining us to talk about his wedding.
And coming up in our next half hour, parts of State Street are getting ready to be turned into a pedestrian mall. We'll show you how Madisonians pitched in over the weekend.
And as we had to break this morning, we're taking a look at gas prices. We're back after this.
Susan Simon, News 3 Now at 4 and 5 weekdays moving forward.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
.623, we're back. Welcoming our friend Josh back.
Hey guys, do you remember me?
No, who's this guy?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Hard to forget. Hard to forget, buddy. You got married.
I got married. Look at that. Yes, I have a husband now. Wow. Yes.
How's it feel?
Oh my gosh, it feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, like everyone asks, like, you know, do you feel a difference? And there definitely is a difference. Yeah. Although, like, I already pretend that we were married anyways. You know, everything that we did, I always felt like that. I do have some photos I want to share with you this morning.
Let's see.
So we got married in Tulum, Mexico, just south of Cancun.
Wow.
There's my family. We had a limo from the airport out of the way of the hotel. There's my sister, brother-in-law, and parents. There's Leah, who officiated me.
Very nice.
So the first night we got there, it was actually raining, so we had to do the rehearsal underneath the pier, but then we got married on the beach.
Look at that.
It was spectacular. Like, the sky opened up. It was the most beautiful evening. There we were after taking a selfie with Leah with the rings on. This is our reception after. There's our moms. We did our dance, of course. There's us hugging Leah. You know, Leah, part of the ceremony, just talked about us being her brothers. So that was kind of an emotional experience there. And then, of course, the sunset there last Friday. Then there's our whole group. We had 36 people that traveled literally from all across the country to be there with us. It was honestly just one of the most amazing weeks. Our day was just incredible. You know, it's hard because so much planning goes into it, right? Like, we had been planning this for like 8 or 9 months. So for it all to come together and then you blink your eyes and it's over, you know, it's like, I'm sure you know that too. It's like you're stressing about this for a month. You want everything to go great.
Such a big part of
and
your
then
life.
all of a sudden you snap your fingers and it's all over and it's like,
and you're
now
back
what?
doing the news.
I know. It's like, yeah, the alarm went off this morning and it was like, okay, back to reality. But no, it was so special.
It looked amazing. I mean, just following on social and, you know, seeing Leah posting, and I mean, it looked spectacular.
What's so interesting is, you know, it was my first destination wedding, period. It was my own. I had never traveled for a wedding, but it was so special in that it felt like a little bit more of an intimate experience. Like, we had less people, obviously, but we were able to really connect with those that were there and spend time with people as well. Cool. It was so special and literally the best week. And honestly, like a dream wedding is what I always pictured. So
what was your favorite part?
I think
hard to pick. I'm sure.
Honestly, just getting married on the beach. Like, we love to travel, so like that sense of adventure was a big theme of ours. It was pretty amazing.
Wow. We're happy for you, Josh. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to be back, guys.
And congrats to Derek too. Love it.
We'll get a check on that forecast and an update on some breaking news when we come back here on News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Transform your yard into something you can be proud of. From initial design to complete finished installation, Maple Leaf will design a yard that'll be the envy of the neighborhood. Maple Leaf Landscaping, your year-round property care specialists. Just look for the orange leaf.
Everyone deserves a fulfilling job. But for people with disabilities, the barriers can be overwhelming. It's time to open the door to new possibilities. People with disabilities are getting the education, skills, and training needed to thrive in a wide variety of industries. And they're ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. Thinkability Wisconsin. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
Watch this. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. The problem will disappear before your eyes with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Plexiderm trial. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Choose FlexBuy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 open bonus cash.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 2 years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
Breaking news overnight, a fire displaces a local family what they're looking for this morning.
And the trial begins today in the brutal killing of a Madison toddler. We'll reset the case ahead of jury selection.
A chilly start to the morning. Temperatures near freezing, but we are expecting milder, breezy conditions today. We'll have more coming up.
And how you can give back to the planet on this Earth Day.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Monday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Hope you had a nice weekend. The weather was a little bit all over the place, but yesterday turned out to be a really nice day. So I hope you got outside, got some yard work done if you had to do that. Because, you know, it's going to be a little back and forth again this week with some potential rain.
Not Mexico like Josh was experiencing last week.
No,
see those pictures? Those pictures of
pretty
Mexico.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Pretty beautiful.
Oh,
we're happy he's back, though.
Yeah. Jealous, though. Happy, but jealous. Let's check in with Kelly Slipka. He's letting us know what we're in store for today. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, we are expecting a little bit milder weather this afternoon, but it's going to come at a cost because of some southwest winds that will be picking up at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Can't rule out a couple of showers rolling through this evening, then another opportunity tomorrow afternoon. These are going to be very brief, not going to be amounting to too much, but later in the week, we're going to be watching a storm system move in, and that could bring us some stormy weather by Friday, and that'll continue right into the upcoming weekend. 32 in Madison, so we're right at freezing currently. Monona, 33, 34 currently in Oregon, so it is a chilly start to the morning. Now the sun is up, we are expecting those southwest winds to pick up and a little bit more cloud cover as the afternoon wears on. Still looking at some sunshine, but I think we'll head into the low to mid 60s today. Noticing some showers here at 6 o'clock toward Viroqua and Black River Falls. Some of those may clip the Madison area between 7 and 8 o'clock. So we are above average the next couple of days. We take a dip here Wednesday and Thursday. Those will be the coolest days and closer to average by Friday. But look at the weekend. Well in the 70s, but along with that, we'll have some scattered showers and even some thunderstorms by then. Headed off to the bus stop, need that winter jacket this morning, but by the afternoon, should be a pretty nice day, a little bit breezy, but low to mid 60s today. More on that chance of rain later in the week coming up.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Now to our breaking news this morning. A family is displaced and looking for a missing pet after a fire.
Yeah, this happened on LaRuth Terrace on Madison's west side. A call came in at about 7:45 last night. Crews responded minutes later and found black smoke and a garage engulfed in flames. They searched the home and no one was inside. 2 pets were found safe in the home, but one of the family's dogs did get out. That pet is still missing this morning. An investigation into the fire is ongoing.
This morning, the trial begins for a man accused of sexually assaulting and killing a toddler in Madison.
Jury selection is expected to start at 8:30 for the trial of 25-year-old Marshawn Giles. Giles is charged with 15 crimes. Those include domestic abuse, possessing a gun as a felon, child sex assault, and murder. Those charges stem from an incident that happened 2 years ago. Police responded to an apartment on Schrader Road early in the morning of April 25th, 2022. They found a 20-month-old girl severely injured. She later died at the hospital. Police say Giles sexually assaulted her, threw her into an open toilet and then into a bathtub, all while punching her. A court commissioner ultimately ordered Giles to be held on a $1 million cash bond. At the time, he said he hadn't seen anything this serious in his career.
It's hard to imagine more serious, grievous facts than what's alleged here. Here we're alleging the sex assault and murder of a young child. I can't imagine anything more serious.
Currently, Giles is in Dane County Jail. After jurors are selected, they'll report back to the Dane County Courthouse at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The trial is scheduled to run through May 3rd.
Madison police are investigating a stabbing. Yesterday morning, police were called to a report of a 30-year-old woman with a stab wound at Meriter Hospital. They say the crime happened on Braxton Place near Regent Street Saturday around 2 o'clock in the morning. The latest information we have on the victim's condition is that she was being treated. If you have any information that could help out authorities, call Madison area Crime Stoppers.
6:34 now in Manhattan this morning. Opening arguments begin in the historic criminal trial of Donald Trump. Prosecutors accused the former president of falsifying business records in an effort to cover up an affair with adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Wendy Gillette reports from New York.
Prosecutors in Manhattan are getting ready to present their case against former President Donald Trump to a panel of 7 men and 5 women jurors.
The judge wants us to go as fast as possible.
The former president faces 34 counts of falsifying business records. Prosecutors accuse him of funneling hush money through former lawyer Michael Cohen to adult film star Stormy Daniels to hide an alleged affair before the 2016 presidential election. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty.
This is really a concerted witch hunt.
CBS News has learned the prosecution is expected to call former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker as its first witness as soon as today. He's expected to testify about an alleged catch-and-kill scheme to purchase negative stories about Trump during the campaign and suppress them. Other prosecution witnesses include Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. The former president has also said he'd like to testify in his own defense.
He has made so many social media posts that in cross-examination, he could be shown to be totally inconsistent. I would never put him on the witness stand if he were my client.
The trial has kept Trump from the campaign trail.
I think we're going to have to just do a rain check. I'm so sad.
A planned return to the stage over the weekend in North Carolina was thwarted by bad weather. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
6:35. Today is Earth Day, and we're taking a look at some of the top climate stories impacting you, starting with your wallet. A new study from the journal Nature says the warming planet is expected to cause $38 trillion of damage by 2050. That's a 20% fall in global income over the next 25 years. The study says the economic drop could lessen if all nations took part in the Paris Climate Agreement. The U.S. is currently a member of that agreement after President Biden rejoined it on his first day in office after Donald Trump pulled the U.S. out of it.
Meantime, a new CBS News poll shows 70% of Americans are in favor of taking steps to reduce climate change. But look at this. The survey also shows it's highly partisan. More than double the number of Democrats support actions on climate change compared to Republicans. Still, a majority of respondents favored the Biden administration's policies to give tax incentives to make homes more energy efficient. But a smaller majority said they support tax credits for electric vehicles. This as forecasters at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, predicts an unusually hot summer across most of the country. Their forecasters say that summer 2024 could end up being one of the hottest on record. This after last July marked the hottest month in the U.S. since temperature records began. Warmer than average temperatures are expected to especially hit the Northeast and large parts of the West. Not all forecasters agree. Scientists with AccuWeather say to expect a milder than average summer with hotspots mainly in the Northeast and Southwest.
All right, to some sports news now. The start of the postseason for the Milwaukee Bucks, but they would have to start without Giannis, who's still out with that calf injury. So Damian Lillard would have to lead the way against the Indiana Pacers. You see Giannis still supporting the team. Dame gets hot early, connecting here. He scored 10 of the Bucks' first 12 points in this game. The Bucks up 1 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Brook Lopez gets a block on one end, and it leads to some offense in transition. Dame hits another 3. And then at the end of the first, you got to check this out. Lillard feeling hot from way deep. Step back at the buzzer. The Bucks go on to win 109-94. Dame finished with 35 points. Game 2 against the Pacers is tomorrow in Milwaukee.
Dame stepping up.
Man,
when needed.
Yeah, they need him. We'll see how long Giannis is going to be out, though. That's the main storyline. But Dame looked good last night.
Hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah.
Initial, the timeline was 1 to 2 weeks, and that was about a week ago.
Yeah,
so
we'll see.
All right.
All right, 6:38 coming up after the break. We're taking a look at the experiment headed to State Street in a few weeks. What new things it's going to bring to the area.
And we do have clear skies. It's a chilly start to the morning. Some clouds will roll in. Can't rule out a shower later today. We'll track it for you coming up.
Also ahead, we're celebrating Earth Day in the 608 with some history and events. How you can get involved coming up.
After my son was born, I was having a hard time leaving him, only being able to see him once before going to work and then once before bed. That's just not enough time.
At my old job, my entire check went to daycare to pay to be away from my child. We bring our kids with us in the mornings and they ride with us on our routes and then they go to school.
I'm on a route where I'm the one dropping my kids off at school. It's been phenomenal.
Being able to bring them with me has been really great for our family.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Nexium 24-Hour prevents heartburn acid for twice as long as Pepcid. Get all day and all night heartburn acid prevention with just one pill a day. Choose acid prevention. Choose Nexium.
Thursday at 10. Wisconsin's hospitals are under an intense strain, and it's reaching a breaking point.
I'll look into this unstable state of healthcare and show you what possible solutions are on the table for the future of our hospitals.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. We warn you first.
We have been talking for days about thunderstorm potential. That's next Tuesday, so make sure you're aware of that storm system as it moves on in.
First, with the information you need to be prepared and stay safe. First Warn Weather. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
This morning, we are looking ahead to a few weeks when summer starts and a big change coming to State Street. It's part of that experiment to turn 3 blocks of the iconic street into a pedestrian mall.
Yeah, that's right. Preparation is already underway, and volunteers took to the area yesterday to apply a fresh coat of paint. Our Brayden Ross takes us there for a look at the makeover and what's to come.
In case you haven't heard, State Street is getting a makeover, and it's starting one brushstroke at a time.
State Street is like the cultural icon of what Madison is to me.
These are the most iconic 7 blocks in Madison.
State Street is probably the reason that I moved to Madison.
Sunday morning, volunteers took to the pavement, bringing us the first glimpse of some big changes in store for the heart of the capital city.
I know the city has been looking at it for decades, so people are excited.
This summer, the 400 through 600 blocks of State Street will become a pedestrian mall. No buses, no trucks, no cars.
We are turning these blocks of State Street back to people.
And it's more than just closing off traffic. The pedestrian mall will have designated spots for busking, art installations, Instagrammable moments.
Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see furniture put in here with more flower pots, flamingo statues, I think. A bunch of really cool things where people can come take pictures.
Aside from a new look, the plan will also bring in new activities.
Particularly these 3 blocks of State Street will have a lot of activities going on. And so some of that's going to be live music, Some of that will be, other activities. We have obviously the night market.
For now, it's just an experiment.
What we're looking for is, do businesses still have sales going on? Are they going up? Are they going down? Are they still able to get their deliveries on time without a lot of problems? Are pedestrians and bikers still able to go here safely?
But if all goes well, the new coat of paint could end up becoming a much bigger transformation.
That's why it's called an experiment, because it truly is. We don't know what kind of changes we're going to make going forward to this.
The experiment here on State Street officially starts on May 8th. Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
All right, Braden, thank you. The city will be collecting feedback from residents and State Street business owners throughout the summer to see how the experiment goes. Pretty cool.
Yeah, perfect weather yesterday to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting out, making it look all pretty before even more people will be out on State Street. That's kind of hard to imagine, though.
Yeah, I can't wait to get down and see it myself.
Yeah.
Kelly Slifka's here with a look at your forecast and what we can expect today. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. A chilly start to the morning, but now that the sun is up, the temperature should be climbing fairly quickly. We're also going to see quite a bit of wind developing over the next few hours as well. So we are calling for a breezy afternoon. The wind's picking up out of the southwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and those will be with us throughout the afternoon. As we look at the weather maps, looking on those winds to pick up, so it will be a breezy day. A couple of showers rolling through this evening. This is not going to be widespread, not going to last real long. Another opportunity tomorrow afternoon. Once again, not a big deal, but behind this system that comes in over the next couple of days will bring us some cooler weather, at least temporarily by Wednesday and Thursday before the big warm-up going into the weekend. All right, our rain chances really not until we get into the evening hours, say about 7, 8, 9 o'clock looks to be the best opportunity of seeing a few showers. Then it should be generally dry tomorrow morning. A couple more showers popping up during the afternoon, and behind that system we are expecting some cooler weather. 64 today, though, with the sunshine this morning. Should be a pretty nice afternoon, just a little bit breezy. Noticing the overnight low tonight, not as chilly as it's been, only dropping down to 49. Our average low now is at 38. Here's a system that's going to be moving in later this evening, spreading some clouds in during the afternoon. A shower possibly passing through going into the evening, but once again, these are going to be very brief. It will pick up the winds, though, today. They're coming in out of the southwest at about 10 to 20, so there'll be a breezy afternoon, and really even into the evening hours as you're headed home from work or school. Still expecting those winds to continue until well after dark tonight, but those winds will keep us milder tonight. We are looking at mild weather today and tomorrow, but another shot of some cool air works in behind this system Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday before some mild weather comes our way later in the week into the weekend. But also we've got see that big trough out west? That's a storm system that's going to stall and send bits of energy our way going into the weekend, bringing us at least opportunities for showers and storms Friday going into the weekend. By all means, it's not going to be all-day rains. In fact, plenty of dry periods and actually quite mild going into the weekend, but it could produce some heavy downpours. It looks like the heaviest rains are going to stay off to our west. They could be talking about 2, 3, 4 inches of rain over parts of Minnesota and Iowa. I think we could see 1 to maybe as much as 2 inches of rain when all is said and done with the storm system coming in for the weekend. Looking at clear skies this morning, but some clouds rolling in as we climb through the 60s. Should be in the mid-60s today. Noticing some showers spreading out of Minnesota into central parts of the state. May clip Madison area, 7, 8, 9 o'clock before moving on out. Then should be dry most of the nighttime into tomorrow morning. Start to see more cloud cover during the afternoon, and also with that cool air aloft that provides that instability and a few showers popping up with the heating of the afternoon as temperatures climb back in the 60s tomorrow. 32 in Madison right now. It's down to 28 in Boscobel and also Lone Rock, Janesville 37, Watertown at 31, 35 right now in Sun Prairie and also Cottage Grove. So a milder afternoon, about 5 to 6 degrees warmer than what we hit yesterday. So we're in the mid-60s today with a few more clouds in the afternoon. Another opportunity for some showers tomorrow afternoon. These will be widely scattered, brief as well. Then we cool down Wednesday and Thursday. In fact, below freezing in the mornings. Highs in the 50s, then rebounding 70s expected this weekend. Along with that, chances of some showers and some storms both Saturday and Sunday.
All right, Kelly. Looks a little dicey. Anything severe, you think, starting on Friday?
It was something we're going to have to watch for the weekend. Right now, to pinpoint which day, it's a little too early to tell, but we'll have a better grasp on that later in this week.
We know you will. Thanks, Kelly. 6:48, time to slow things down and see what's going on in the 608 this morning.
That's right. Josh Sprider is back with us here with how we're celebrating Earth Day in the 608. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Today is Earth Day, and the theme this year is Planet versus Plastics. EarthDay.org, the global organizer of Earth Day, is asking the world to cut back on using plastic. Their goal is for the industry to reduce plastic production by 60% by 2040. Here's some interesting numbers on plastics. EarthDay.org says 100 billion plastic bottles were sold last year in the U.S. 95% won't be recycled at all. The remaining 5% are made into inferior products. It's a big deal because plastics pollute all aspects of our environment and pose a threat to everyone's health when plastics break down and get into our food, air, and water. Of course, Wisconsin's own Gaylord Nelson founded Earth Day in 1970. His impact on environmentalism is too great to summarize in 25 seconds, but Earth Day led to the creation of the EPA and the Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Acts. The Nelson Institute of Environmental Studies at UW-Madison is named after him, along with Governor Nelson State Park in Waunakee. Earth Day has been celebrated globally now for more than 30 years. There are some special Earth Day events happening locally today. The Aldo Leopold Nature Center in Monona is hosting the Do More Trash Bash. You're invited to pick up as much trash as possible in a 1-hour competition. Winners will receive a $100 quick trip gift card, but everyone participating will get a native plant. Trash bags and disposable gloves will be provided at the venue. Check-in starts at noon. You can register online at the City of Monona's website. And also today, the Garver Feed Mill is hosting an Earth Day celebration from 4 until 6. How much more Wisconsin can this get? There's a happy hour. After 6 o'clock, a series of speakers will give talks on the environment. Multiple environmental groups will be there to showcase initiatives on food security, climate advocacy, and more. There will be food offered and music from local bands like the Forward Marching Band. Anyone can go. That event lasts until 9 o'clock tonight. I posted all of this information up on channel3000.com. Let's make this Earth Day count. I think this is always a really important day, especially here in Wisconsin. We have a lot of people that really want to, provide more for our environment, so let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, what would Governor Nelson want us to do?
Exactly.
So
there you go.
Do something. Yeah, make some change. Be the difference. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Thanks, Josh. Coming up in the morning sprint, we are following on that breaking news and other headlines.
We have a little kid. If you have a little kid turning 3 soon, send us their picture. We'll show it on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
We can all help fight climate change and battle rising food costs. With garden mats, we can all eliminate trips to the store and grow our own organic vegetables right in our backyard. Go to gardenmats.com.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Want fresh air. You need the experts.
Right now at Felco, get free installation plus no interest for 6 years.
Call 866 for Felco.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
We can all help fight climate change and battle rising food costs. With garden mats, we can all eliminate trips to the store and grow our own organic vegetables right in our backyard. Go to gardenmats.com.
Stoughton Health, with 3 convenient urgent care locations.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
This morning, a family is displaced after a fire at their home on the west side. Crews responded around 7:45 last night to LaRuth Terrace. They found a garage engulfed in flames. No one was inside. A dog and a pet bird had to be saved. A second dog, though, got out during the fire, and at last check, is still missing this morning. The cause is still under investigation.
Today, the trial begins for a man accused of sexually assaulting and killing a child in Madison back in 2022. Marshawn Giles is up against 15 charges. Police say he assaulted, beat, and killed a toddler in April of 22. He's also accused of beating the child's mother. Jury selection starts this morning at 8:30.
Today, opening arguments began in Donald Trump's criminal trial. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to cover up an alleged affair he had with adult film star. Prosecutors say he did so to keep it a secret from voters before the 2016 election. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty.
Vice President Kamala Harris will be in La Crosse today. Harris will be campaigning at an event focused on abortion rights. She'll then hold a second event focused on the economy and health care. This is the VP's 3rd visit to Wisconsin this year.
The man charged with killing a 19-year-old woman and mutilating her corpse will be in court in Milwaukee today. Maxwell Anderson has a preliminary hearing scheduled for this afternoon. Anderson was accused of killing 19-year-old Sade Robinson after officials found her leg in a park on April 2nd. This was after the two went on a date the day prior. Her car was later found with extreme fire damage.
The city of Monona will begin the process of opening up fire hydrants to flush out water mains today. That will help remove built-up mineral deposits such as calcium and magnesium. While crews flush out water mains, you might notice some discoloration in your tap water. If that happens, you should run the cold water, which is nearest to your meter, until the water runs clear again.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we are starting off chilly this morning, but now the sun is up. The winds will pick up here fairly quickly and temperatures will climb as a result. In fact, we'll be in the 60s already at the noon hour. Should be tapping out in the low to mid 60s. As we go into the evening hours, may see a brief shower pass through 7, 8 o'clock here in the Madison area up through the Wisconsin Dells, eventually passing on to the east toward Watertown. Otherwise, it should be a pretty nice afternoon with temperatures in the mid 60s, just a little bit more cloud cover later today. That chance of an evening shower. Then we've got another opportunity for a few showers tomorrow afternoon. More importantly, later in the week, this will be the biggest rainmaker. Could bring us rounds of storms as we warm up into the 70s by the weekend.
All right, Kelly, thanks. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're back with the news and weather update in 30 minutes.